Hey there, and welcome to today's class. Today we'll be doing a quicker, more gentle yoga daily flow, just for those of us looking to stretch out and just take it a little bit easier and maybe get in a quick practice. So we're going to begin with our legs crossed, hands on our knees or our laps, eyes closed, and just coming in to settle in. Just bringing our focus to our breath. Maybe just checking in on how we're feeling in our seated position. Maybe seeing if we can sit up a little bit straighter, getting some extra length in our spine. And still keeping your eyes closed with your hands on your knees, you're going to gently lean forward. And then from there, we're going to go into a circular motion, leaning to the left, rolling all the way back, and moving to the right, before coming back forward. Just going to this full body rotation as we move in the one way, before swapping over to the other. And then coming back to center, we're going to go into a firelock seat. So keeping your left leg down, you're going to stack your right foot on your left knee and your right knee over your left foot. If it feels a little bit too tight for your hips, you can just sit in a normal cross-legged position. So then from here, we're just going to settle in. And then once we're nice and comfortable, we just slightly lean forward, bringing our hands out in front of us, folding our head forward. And slowly rolling yourself back up straight and swap our legs over to the other side. So laying our right leg out in front of us, placing our left ankle on our right knee and our right knee on our left ankle. And then once you're nice and comfortable, leaning your chest forward, laying your arms out in front of you to come into your fold. Rolling yourself back up straight. You can turn over, coming into a tabletop. So on your hands and knees, with your shoulders stacked over your wrists and your hips over your knees. So we're going to go to warm up our wrists. So from here, we're just going to roll our bodies over our wrists, going in a circular motion in the one direction. Before changing over in the other. And then coming back to center, we're going to turn our hands so our fingers are pointing towards the side of the mat. And we're just going to rock our body from left to right, just going as far as we can that our wrists will allow. And then turning our wrists even further, you can either choose to go at a 45-degree angle to the back, or if you're feeling comfortable, you can turn them all the way so your fingers are pointing towards your knees. And from there, we can just once more go into our circular motions in the one way, before changing over in the other. And back to center, we can have our fingers pointing back towards the front. And go into some cat-cows. Now take a breath in, lifting your chin up, dipping your belly down. And on your exhale, bring your chin to your chest as you round your back out. And see if you can look towards your belly button. Inhale, dipping belly down for your cow. And exhale into your cat. Going through 3 more rounds at your own pace. Just taking it easy, nice and relaxed. And on your last exhale, you can come back to a neutral spine. And then keeping your hips stacked over your knees, you're going to walk your hands out further in front of you just to sink your chest and your head down. As you bring your elbows down to come into a puppy pose. And from your puppy pose, you're going to keep your hands and your head down, but tucking your back toes in, and then lifting your knees and your hips up. You're going to come into a dolphin. And then once you've got your legs nice and straight, you can start walking them out a little bit closer to you, just to see how far you can come. And once you reach your limit, you can have a slight bend in your knees as we just settle into our dolphin. And then down on your dolphin, you have one of 2 options to move into your downward dog. You can either go up one hand at a time, bringing one hand down, and then the other to push up. Or if you're feeling strong enough for a challenge, you can place both your hands down to the mat, and together just lifting both your elbows up and coming into your downward dog. Here you can just adjust your hands and your feet just to get nice and comfortable, having a gentle bend in your knees, back nice and straight, head hanging loose. And yeah, we're just going to take 5 full breaths in our pose. And then from our down dog, we're going to push ourselves forward, coming into a high plank. Before bringing both our knees down, sinking our chest and our chin down to the mat. And then with our forearms out in front of us, we're going to come into a Sphinx pose. Just rolling our shoulders as far back away from our ears as we can, opening our chest out, maybe even raising our chin to gaze up in front of us. And from our Sphinx pose, we can just begin push our hips back towards our heels, bringing our toes together, opening our legs out. And we just come into a quick child's pose, resting our forehead down, arms out in front of us. Maybe even closing our eyes. As we just bring our focus to our breath. Taking some deep breaths in and out. And from our child's pose, we can just slowly push our chest up, coming into a seated position on our shins. Just taking a moment just to meditate. Just doing a quick check-in on our bodies, taking note of how we feel. Maybe making any slight adjustments in our posture, in our seat. Before finally fluttering our eyes open to come to our end. I hope you all enjoyed that. I know it was a bit of a quick session today. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything else you would like me to do, and hope to see you again soon on the yoga mat.